So I know some of you guys complain about issues with your wrists when you're riding motorcycles, especially the Yamaha R6, which is horrible as far as wrist. You know, being uncomfortable. More aggressive super sport race bikes, you're going to find that problem because of how the handlebars are much more aggressive. But you can get where it's higher, there's bars that are higher that you can attach to this, so you can hold this when you're racing, and then you can have higher ones up here, I believe, there's something like that. Or you can completely change these to something that's more comfortable, or just don't get a super sport bike, get something that's more standard. But anyway, one of the big reasons why you guys are having issues with your wrists are because of this. Take a look at this. Watch this. Get my hand position. See that? Watch that again. See that? I was pretty aggressive braking. Due to the outstanding brakes on this bike, the Brembo brakes on this bike are just, wow, amazing. But the key detail for you guys to pick up on is the fact that I was braking hard without even really holding the handlebars. I think I may have been holding on the edge of this or not at all, and I just used my finger to squeeze the brakes. Of course, I can get away with that because you don't need much pressure on this bike because it's got these excellent Brembo brakes on the 675R. This is a Triumph Daytona 675R, right? Brembo brakes, steel braided brake lines. That's also much more efficient braking system instead of rubber. Most bikes have rubber. Even the popular super sport Japanese bikes come with rubber, which flexes. So not all the force that you apply here goes to the braking system because, you know, the hoses flex and some of that energy goes into the flexing of the rubber, right? But bottom line is, how can I brake without even really holding the handlebars? Because you're not supposed to really be holding the handlebars. You hold the handlebars to give steering input and steering input only. This is how you steer the motorcycle. This is how you do counter steering, which we'll talk about in another video. This is not how you hold your body up. So number one, physical condition. You guys want to be in good shape if you want to ride a motorcycle properly. You want to have a strong back and strong abdominal muscles. That's very, very important. It's good to have strong wrists as well, but more importantly is your back and your abdominals, because that's how you hold up your torso, with your back and your abdominals, not with your arms. When you're braking, this is why you have sore wrists, because every time you brake, all your body weight wants to go forward, and rather than using your back and your abdominal muscles, your back is weak or whatever, so your body just wants to go like this. So what do? Natural instinct, you hold your body up with your hands. And every time you brake, you're fatiguing your hands. You're just, think about it, all day long. Every time you brake, you've got this, your body wants to go forward, nothing holding it back, right? So if you don't use your back and also your legs, which is very important, that's the key part of it, which I'm gonna get into in a second, then you're gonna be using your wrist. So every time you brake, you're doing this. So imagine it's like you're exercising all day long, you're just humping the bike, you know? That's very, very obscene. You shouldn't be obscene with a bike. You should have more respect for the bike. So what you wanna do is, how was I able to brake without even really holding the handlebar? Because the way you brake, and it's one of those things you watch MotoGP and you don't realize what's happening. You just see these guys go around the corners so fast and you don't realize the techniques they're using. Well, a lot of what they do is all about the legs and all about the knees and things like that. So basically what you do is transfer all that momentum, like you want to go forward because you're braking, you transfer that into the bike, not into the handlebars, because the handlebars, that's for steering input. So you not only are you fatiguing yourself, you're potentially messing up with your steering. This is for steering only. So you don't want to be applying force to the handlebars when you're not trying to do a turn or anything. That way you end up doing stuff you shouldn't be doing and you're affecting the handling of the bike. So you want to transfer all that energy into the bike itself via your legs. Now, it's gonna be difficult to do it with some of the bikes because you want to slide on the paint. So when you try to grip the tank with your legs, you're gonna slide. But you can get, and maybe you guys want to recommend good brands or whatever, but you can comment below and let me know. But you can get grips that basically it's something you can stick on the sides of your tank, and then when you grip it with your knees, you don't slide as much because it's kind of a grippy material that you put on the sides of the tank. And also you want to get something here to avoid scratching the tank with your zippers and stuff like that. That's also a good thing to get. But the main thing is when you're braking, you want to squeeze the tank with your knees. And if you're sliding around, you want to get those grips on the side of your tank to help you from sliding around. But generally that energy should go into the bike, not into your upper body. And that's going to help you out in a lot of different ways. But it's going to help you out with your wrists, going to allow you to brake harder, brake better, ride better. And that's the proper way to brake on a motorcycle. So you ride the motorcycle properly, and guess what? It's more comfortable. Look at that.